Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Show. My game show tonight, How Smart Are You? Is a mixed trivia of different trivias from past, present, and beyond. So tonight, our game show is all about fun and how smart are you? Thank you guys so much for joining me here on my live on TikTok. I'm Stephanie Stevens. Nice to meet you. Now, tonight we're going to have a different mix of trivia from the past, the present, and beyond, like I just said. So we're going to get started right now with our game show. We're going to start off with the disco diva herself of the 1970s. She had such songs as Knock, Knock, Knock on Wood. Does anybody know who this famous woman is? This famous singer used to have us dancing our butts off in the 1970s and late 70s. This is Miss Amy Stewart, Miss Knock 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 on Wood. We love us some Miss Amy Stewart. She had us dancing up a storm. Our next celebrity is a drag superstar, the Round Mound of Sound of Hollywood, Florida. And she has started her own company. She's in London right now filming a play. She's fabulous and she's fun. And she's a great performer. And she's from a small town in Fort Lauderdale. Well, just up above Fort Lauderdale called Hollywood, Florida. And she's a RuPaul Drag Race superstar. And does anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this RuPaul's Drag Race superstar is? Anybody know who this woman is? This is the Round Mound of Sound, Miss Latrice Royale. She's fabulous. She just got married, and her and her boyfriend are, I think, living in Hollywood, Florida. They bought a nice little house, and they're doing real great. And I'm sure we're going to hear from Latrice very soon about her life, love, and the show. Because, you know, we all want to know about RuPaul's Drag Race. That's Miss Latrice Royale. Our next celebrity come to us from the rap world of Compton. Compton, he was the creator of NWA. We'll just say Negroes with Attitude. He died in 1995. Anybody know who this rap superstar is? Before Puff Daddy and all of those rappers were around, this young man here was the king of rap, of gangster rap. This is Eazy-E. That's right, Eazy-E. You got it. That's right, that's Eazy-E. Great in the world of rap. Our next superstar is part of the NHL. He's now cross-dressing. Well, apparently, I've seen a few pictures of him cross-dressing, but he was a fabulous NHL player, basketball player. And this is when he was not cross-dressing. Does anybody know who this cross-dressing NHL player is? He resides now in Los Angeles, California, where he wasn't living in Los Angeles. I think he's living in Miami now. This is Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, the NHL player that went over to North Korea in a wedding dress. He got over there in a cab. He got out of a cab in a wedding dress for the Emperor of North Korea to have discussions about equality and human rights in a wedding dress. An NHL player. That's Dennis Rodman. All right, girl, if you're going to do it, do it. Bring it. Our next superstar is the Queen of Vogue, and she's a pop icon, and she's fabulous. And I tell these celebrities all the time, even though I'm just me, I tell them all the time, you could learn a lot from this next woman. She has her a nice young boy toy, and she's fabulous. She's 63 years old, and she's still doing it. And she's the queen of pop. Anybody know who this woman is? Miss Vogue herself. I used to dance to all of her songs. Let the Music Play, Vogue, Papa Don't Preach. That's right, this is Madonna. Madonna, the queen of pop. I love Madonna because she just knows how to express herself and be real. And that's the success in life. Just to be real. Be yourself. Do your thing, Madonna. Do your thing, girl. I saw your little boy toy. I'm going to have to get me one when I get up there to Los Angeles. I'm going to have to get me one, too. We're going to have to hang out, girl, and have a little chit-chat. Me, you, and Nicki Minaj. Our next celebrity Elton John wrote this fabulous song, Candle in the Wind, for her. She's no longer with us. She was a fabulous woman and very, very, very stylish. And she knew how to dress. And she's passed on now, but she had two young princes, William and Harry. Does anybody know who this fabulous woman is? She did a lot for humanitarian. That's right. This is Princess Diana. William and William's mother. William and Harry's mother. That's right. This is Princess Diana. It almost went off my head there. I don't have a teleprompter. I'm doing everything from memory. So that's all good. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on my live. I'm Stephanie Stevens. Nice to meet you. This is Princess Diana. Our next superstar. She plays male and female in a new movie coming up. Anybody know who this fabulous woman was? She has 6 kids now, and she was married to Brad Pitt, and she's now a single mom, and with Brad's help, they're taking very good care of the children, and she's a wonderful actress, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Does anybody know who this famous actress is? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That's right, this is Miss Angelina Jolie. Miss Angelina Jolie. She's fabulous. She looks great when she's all done up. This is her as a man, as a spy, as a Russian spy in Salt. You remember the movie Salt? That's Miss Angela Jolie. We love her. She knows how to mix it up. Our next celebrity, he was a fabulous entertainer, fabulous. And he's now suffering with Parkinson's, but we do love him because he was just there at the beginning. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this fabulous gentleman is? I'm trying to remember the movie that he did with the aircraft, because I know that that's where he got his start. I can't remember it right now. Excuse me. Lipstick on my teeth. This is Mr. Michael J. Fox. That's right, Mr. Michael J. Fox. Such a cutie, too. Such a cutie. He's still doing television, I saw him in a couple of things a few weeks ago. He's still doing TV. This celebrity was in The Outer Limits. And also, he was in his own TV show. And it escapes me again. Does anybody know who this well-endowed superstar, Outer Limits superstar is? Apparently, he's very well endowed. That's what I heard. I haven't seen him in anything in a very long time. I don't even know if you can say well endowed here on TikTok. Maybe I better not say it too many times because then they'll be like, This is Mr. David Duchovny. Apparently, he's very, very well endowed. That's what he's more famous for. But I don't know if he's still doing television now, but he's a real cutie. He can come over and see me anytime. Our next celebrity is Singing Up a Storm. And she's part of the LGBT two-spirit pronoun community. She just came out as binary, non-binary. That's what this next singer is. Anybody know who this next superstar singer is? She just came out as non-binary. She's doing car commercials now. She's making them coins. That's the way to do it there, Miss Singer there. This is Janelle. Janelle Ronan. Yes, Janelle Ronan. She is doing car commercials now. She's a fabulous singer and a great performer. She reminds me so much of a female Prince. A female Prince. Prince was a genius, and we miss him too. Our next celebrity is the Meat Lady. She knows how to dress. She just knows how to do it all. And on the Met Gala carpet, she changed 4 times. She was spectacular and fabulous. And she's got a lot of little monsters running around town. And, of course, she was in the movie A Star is Born with Bradley Cooper. Anybody know who this meat-wearing superstar singer is? Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? This is Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. We love us some Lady Gaga. We love us some Lady Gaga. She's doing it. Our next celebrity was in Thelma and Louise. He's a real cutie, and he was married to Angelina Jolie, and he was also married to Jennifer Aniston. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? This is him when he was a baby. Real cutie, a real cute little baby. And this is him as an adult. He's real cute now. He's got a little mustache and a little beard growing now. Very butch there. Very butch. That's right. This is Mr. Brad Pitt. Mr. Brad Pitt. He's a real cutie. Real cutie. No wonder Angelina and what's her name was with him. Real cutie there. You saw him with his shirt off and Thelma and Louise. Woo, I would have been right over there quick. But anyway, our next superstar is the first black cat woman. The first black cat woman. She can meow all over the place. And she's fabulous. She's fabulous and we love her and we miss her. She was also in many, many movies and she could sing in like 5 or 6 different languages perfectly. Anybody know who this superstar singer is? That's right. This is the one and only Miss Eartha Kitt, the first black cat woman. Miss Eartha Kitt. We love us some Miss Eartha Kitt because she just knew how to purr. Yes, Miss Eartha Kitt. Get it, girl. Fabulous. Our next superstar. She doesn't sing much anymore, but she's now one of the owners of Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty. And lots of other things. She had this other song that I used to do all the time in my shows called Rum Bum Bum. I didn't know what it meant, but I did it anyway because it was popular and cute to dance to. Anybody know who this superstar celebrity is? On the red carpet here in this beautiful gown. Of course, she's pregnant now. She's pregnant now. She even looks good pregnant. That's the way to do it there. That's right. This is Rihanna. Rihanna, the superstar. One of the owners of Fenty Beauty. Fabulous girl, Rihanna. Fabulous. And Rihanna is something else. She is now a billionaire. I mean, you think about it. Just 20 years ago, she was this young girl from Barcelona. And now look at her, a billionaire. So if she can do it, we can all do it. She keeps reminding us of that. I'm trying to get there, Rihanna. Help me out. Put me in a beauty campaign, Rihanna. Can't you see me doing a drag beauty campaign for Fenty Beauty? Rihanna! Our next celebrity is from Jamaica, and she's fabulous. I used to dance to all of her music in the 80s. My Jamaican Guy, LaVia Rose, and just so many other ones. Does anybody know who this androgynous superstar singer is? Anybody know who this androgynous superstar singer is from Jamaica? My Jamaican Guy. Oh, I just love her. That's right. This is the incredible Miss Grace Jones. Miss Grace Jones. I remember seeing Miss Grace Jones at the Copa in Fort Lauderdale, and she was up there on that chair just spinning around, and it was using all this shaving cream, dropping it down on her. It was an amazing effect. It was very artistic. We love us some Grace Jones. That's right, Miss Grace Jones. Our next celebrity is a pop singer. Of course, we all know this song. Finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this superstar singer is? She sings all the greatest dance, disco pop songs that we used to love. That's right. This is Miss CeCe Peniston. Miss CeCe Peniston. Finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. You see, Miss CeCe Peniston, we love her. I used to dance to all her songs too. I'm an old girl. Our next celebrity is also a singer, and she had this song, She's Homeless. Of course, in Los Angeles, there's lots of that. And you would think to yourself, with all the mega superstars and the very wealthy people in Los Angeles, why would anybody in Los Angeles be homeless? But she sings this one song that we all can't seem to get enough of, She's Homeless. Does anybody know who this superstar singer is? Anybody know who this superstar singer is? She's fabulous. She's homeless. She also sings quite a few other songs that we just dance up a storm to. That's right. This is Miss Crystal Waters. Miss Crystal Waters. This woman can sing. This woman can sing. She's had me dancing for years, y'all. I love myself some Miss Crystal Waters. Oh, she's homeless. I remember the time when I was just coming up trying to do my thing. Ooh, it was tough, but look at me now. Here I am. Our next singer. He's part of the LGBT Two-Spirit pronoun community, and he is fabulous. And he has this high-pitched voice. He just remade Jimmy Summers' film song Boys Town, and he is incredible. And I think he's Canadian, but he lives in the U.S. He lives in New York. Anybody know who this LGBTQ two-spirit pronoun community member is? With this sort of raspy, sultry R&B voice. That's right, this is Mr. Sam Smith. Mr. Sam Smith. Oh, he's a cutie little thing. I used to see him in the subway because he used to live down the street from me when I lived in Toronto. He used to live down the street. I used to see him in the subway all the time. He's a little taller than me. I'm not very tall. I'm like 5'8". So he's about 5'8.5" or something like that. Maybe, yeah, I think. But anyway, this is Mr. Sam Smith, and he's got that voice, that sultry voice. And he just did a remake of Jimmy Somerville's Boys Town. Tell me why. You see? That's right, this is Mr. Sam Smith. We love us some Sam Smith. Our next celebrity is part of the Kardashian clan, or was part of the Kardashian clan, and has 2 children by Kris. Oh, can't say her last name because then you'll know. Does anybody know who this pole vault player was? And now he's a she. And he's part of the Kardashian clan. Anybody know who this celebrity is? Anybody know who this celebrity is? She was very good in the Olympics. She was very good in the Olympics when she was a he. And now she is a she. And she's going around the world now trying to educate us about her journey as a trans woman. So anybody know who this woman is? This is Caitlyn Jenner. Miss Caitlyn Jenner. She was part of the Kardashian clan at one time. And well, she still is, but she's not married to Kris anymore. She's sort of wandering around LA, driving around. I mean, that is the tallest woman I have ever seen. I've never seen a woman, well, I can't say that because I've been to Continental. I've seen some pretty tall women. When you're 6'7", oh my God, shocking. Our next celebrity is part of Pretty Women. Pretty Woman was the movie, and she was fabulous in it. She's went on to do movies like Erin Brockovich, and she also did the I can't remember the name of the perfume, but she did them too. Anybody know who this Pretty Woman actress is? This Pretty Woman actress is. She's fabulous. Fabulous. I haven't seen her do anything in quite a while, but she was a star in Erin Brockovich as well. This is her as a little girl, and this is her as a full-grown pretty woman. That's right, this is Miss Julia Roberts. Miss Julia Roberts. We love us some Miss Julia Roberts. She's just a pretty woman. Our next celebrity is a space explorer, and he wants everybody to go to the moon. I'm not going because I can't afford the ticket. Even if he was giving away the ticket, I wouldn't go. But he is a space engineer, and he wants everybody to at least visit the moon at least once. He's the owner and the CEO, or like he would like to say, the director of Tulsa. Anybody know who this king of space exploration is? The king of space exploration. And he's worth about $300 billion. Oh, I need to get to know him, but he's already got 5 kids, so I don't think maybe I could deal with 1 kid or 2 kids, being the stepmom, but not 5. Anybody know who this is? Anybody know who this space exploration superstar? He's a motivational speaker now as well. And he's trying to buy up Twitter. Anybody knows who this man is? This is Mr. Elon Musk, the space engineer. The space engineer, worth about $300 billion. Well, maybe I could change my mind, Elon. You know, about helping you take care of them 5 children. I mean, you got $300 billion. I could hire 5 nannies. Well, anyway, this is Mr. Elon Musk, y'all. Mr. Elon Musk. Ooh. Our next singer is a late-night talk show host, and he was the host the year before last at the Oscars. Anybody know who this, before all the controversy with Mr. Chris Rock, does anybody know who this late-night talk show host is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? That's right, this is Mr. Trevor North. A late-night talk show host. Oh, I didn't know much about him. I thought he was a comedian. Then I saw him hosting the Oscars, and I thought, what is this? Another late-night talk show host. He has red hair, and he's been on television for a very long time. I used to watch them all the time until all the controversy happened. Now, when they fell out, I fell out. There's somebody much more interesting. What's that boy name? I won't say who he is. This is Mr. Conan O'Brien. That's right, Mr. Conan O'Brien. We love us some Mr. Conan O'Brien. He was, at one point, almost king of late night. Almost, I said. Mr. Conan O'Brien, our next superstar. None of you are going to guess who this gentleman is. In 1980, he was the king of porn, both gay and straight. No, not the man with the long hair. Not him, not Peter North, or not the other one, Ron Jeremy, not those two. But this was the king. He was gorgeous. And I saw him 3 or 4 times make an appearance at the Copa in Fort Lauderdale. Apparently, they wanted to star him in Star Trek, but after his porn videos had came out, they decided against that. Anybody know who this porn superstar is from the 1980s? Oh my God, he was gorgeous. And he was, girls, we all would have been over to his house and everything looked good, if you know what I mean. This is Mr. Jeff Stryker. Mr. Jeff Stryker, he was a porn king. Oh, I think he's living in San Francisco now. They're living in San Francisco up there. And that's right, this is Mr. Jeff Stryker. He really looks kind of different. He's trying to hold on to his age, but he really looks very different. Our next superstars are, let's skip those. Oh, our next superstar is embroiled in an LGBT fallout. Apparently, she was in a cab in New York City with her friends. She says that we didn't get all of the conversation that that the cab driver had been taped. The cab driver was taping her. This woman here, she has a horror wax movie out, and she was also in a sex tape release on the internet of her having sex all over the place. And she's part of the hotel fortune. She's part of a hotel family's fortune. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is the incredible Miss Paris Hilton. But apparently she's embroiled in a scandal about her negative thoughts about how she thinks gay men are disgusting because they're having too much sex with different people and doing hookups and all these kind of things. Apparently Paris Hilton. When was the last time she had a real job? Maybe she could get a real job, because I saw her trying to DJ. I don't think that's a real job. Has she ever made the beds at her parents' hotels? Has she ever done that? What is her job? What is Paris Hilton's job? So I don't think that she should be speaking about the LGBT two-spirit pronoun community in any sense, when she probably should be cleaning rooms at her family's hotels. That will occupy her time. I kind of used to like you, Paris, but now I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you, Paris. Keep your mouth closed. Anyway, our next superstar was a diva in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and we're still playing her music to this day, and she's 82 years old. She's fabulous, and I do her all the time, celebrity lookalikes all the time, and she is the queen of rock and roll. Anybody know who this queen of rock and roll is? Anybody know who the queen of rock and roll is? She's had such great hits as You're Simply the Best, and she has that anthem, the anthem that we all love, Proud Mary. Proud Mary. That's right. This is Miss Tina Turner. Miss Tina Turner from the 1960s. Oh, I can still kick up a leg, okay? I can still kick up a leg when I'm doing Tina. Tina is a great inspiration in my life, and she's just fabulous, fabulous singer. I love the fact that she worked her way up from nothing to something. That's the way to do it. Our next celebrity was a cross-dressing in the 1970s. He was in Rain Man, and he did a fabulous job in the movie Tootsie. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? He was in the movie Tootsie. He dressed in drag in the movie Tootsie. That's right, this is Mr. Dustin Hoffman. Mr. Dustin Hoffman. He was one of the first ones to cross-dress in a really mainstream successful movie called Tootsie. Oh, thank you there, Dustin. Dustin Hoffman, real cutie. Our next celebrity. She had such songs as Love to Love You Baby, MacArthur's Park, Last Dance. She Works Hard for the Money, and she was a 1980s diva. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this fabulous singer is? That's right, this is Miss Donna Summers. Miss Donna Summers. Oh, she had such great hits. Then at the end of her life, she had, of course, I don't know why everybody seems to be having a falling out with the LGBT two-spirit pronoun community. After that's where you got your success from. I don't understand it. Our next celebrity was in 1975. Her show was the biggest show on television. And her husband was the king. Anybody know who this woman, wife, who played, what was his name? George something. His name was George something. And this was his wife in that show. And they were moving on up to the east side. They was moving on up, y'all. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this fabulous actress is? They had a sassy maid named Florence. They used to say that about my father all the time because my father owned dry cleaners and repair refrigerator places like that and laundromats. So they used to always say that to me. But anybody know who this woman is? That's right. This is Miss Isabel Sanford. Miss Isabel Sanford. And she was in the hit sitcom The Jeffersons. The hit sitcom The Jeffersons. We love us some Miss Isabel Sanford. She's fabulous. Our next movie. It was one of the most horrifying movies ever. And you knew something bad was going to happen when you seen this red balloon. Anybody know what movie this is? Anybody know what movie this is? And whenever you saw that red balloon, you knew something was about to happen. Anybody know what the name of this movie is? Anybody know what the name of this movie is? The movie is It. It. Ooh, I watched all of them. And oh my God, you'll be scared. Young kids should never watch It. It's quite frightening. Our next celebrity used to be the queen of talk during the day before Oprah. And the other woman is now the queen of television, the highest paid woman in television today. Anybody know who these two women are? Anybody know who these two women are? This is the queen of talk back in the 1970s, and this is the highest paid woman on television today. Anybody know who this red rim eyeglass wearing talk show host was? That's right, this is Miss Sally Jesse Raphael and Judge Judy. This is Judge Judy, y'all. She looks so different. Judge Judy. I just love Judge Judy because she lets the people have it. She gets straight to the bottom of things. Yes, Judge Judy. Our next celebrity is someone that stole a lot of money from the seniors in Florida. And she's from Jamaica, and she used to call your house randomly and just say all kinds of odd and strange things about pretending like she was a psychic, and she milked all these seniors in Florida out of $6 million, and they put her in jail. I don't know where she is now, but I think she's passed away. Anybody remember this woman? Anybody remember this woman? She took a lot of money from a lot of seniors in Florida. And she was pretending to be this sort of psychic kind of a person. Anybody know who this woman is? She'd call your house and most black people would hang up on her, but of course she got a few of them, church people. She used to call the church people and they used to let her have it, but she scammed them out of $6 million. That's right, this is Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo. I don't know where Miss Cleo is now. I don't know if she's dead or if she's still scamming people. But I know they removed her from the U.S. because Miss Cleo was stealing all the seniors' money. Terrible. Our next singer is probably very responsible for helping Tina Turner get her career turned around. And he wrote a lot of new songs for Tina Turner. And he banned her husband, Ike Turner, from the studio because he wanted Tina Turner to sing these songs the way that she could sing them so that way she could move on with her career. Anybody know who this gentleman is? That owned this big record company. And he helped Tina Turner get her footing. Once she left Ike, she went to this guy and he wrote all these songs for her. Apparently, he was put in jail because his girlfriend or wife mysteriously died at his hands. He said he didn't do it, but he's in prison, still saying the same thing. But apparently they found him standing over his wife dead, and he said he didn't do it, but apparently somebody did it. And by the look of his hair, I would say, apparently, but anyways, this is Mr. Phil Spector from the 1960s, one of the men that helped Tina Turner got her career back on track with all of the great songs, River Deep, Mountain High, and all of the great songs that we love by Tina Turner. But he became concerning later on in life. That's what you get when you date young girls and you're 75. You know, you're supposed to, like my brother say, luck 'em and chuck 'em, if you know what I mean. Our next celebrity is part of, they used to call him Late Night Trash. Late Night Trash Talk Show. Anybody know who this gentleman is? And I left the words in the top so the young kids can understand. Okay, anybody know who this gentleman is? Anybody know who this gentleman is? They used to call his show the Late Night Show Talk of Trash. His show was really about, you know, low-class people doing low-class things, and they were all trying to find a solution why these things were happening. It just goes to show you how many people, this show was a good show for how many people do things in the closet, in the dark, in hotels, motels, down the road, over the fence, under the fence, in the backyard, on the barbecue grill. This show was all about that. And I used to love it. That's right, this is Mr. Jerry Springer. Mr. Jerry Springer from the Jerry Springer Show. All right, guys, we're narrowing it down now. Our last two. She is the Queen in 1979. She was in a movie called Mahogany. She had such songs as Ain't No Mountain High Enough. She had other songs, The Boss, Upside Down, You're Turning Me, The House, This Is My House, The Boss, and many, many other ones. And she is a fabulous dresser and a fabulous singer, and we love her. She's an icon. She's part of the LGBT Two-Spirit pronoun community. Anthem songs, Most to Do. Most to Do is by this woman here. That's right, this is the incredible Miss Diana Ross. Miss Diana Ross. Everybody knows Diana Ross's songs. You sing them in the showers. Anywhere you go around the world, you will always hear a Cher song, a Diana Ross song, a Madonna song, and a Tina Turner song. Those are the divas. Oh, and a Liza Minnelli song. Our next singer, and for the young kids, Whitney Houston. We miss her, we love her. And our final celebrity of the night, she was called the Iron Lady. The Iron Lady. And she was from England, Britain, London, one of those places over there. She was called the Iron Lady, and she was the Prime Minister. Anybody know who this woman is? Anybody know who this woman is? That was the Prime Minister of Europe, England, London, Britain, England, the UK. Anybody know who this woman is? This is Miss Margaret Thatcher. When Margaret Thatcher entered the room, everybody took off running. Ooh, this was the Iron Lady. This was a mean lady. But she got things done. And that's what we like. Just goes to show you that women can do just as good as a man. We put our mind to it. That's right. This is Miss Margaret Thatcher. She was running things over there. She was running things real good. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on Pronoun TV and the Stephanie Stevens Game Show. How smart is you? Thank you guys so much. Have a great Saturday night. It's late, And until next time, my friends, take care of yourselves and just be fabulous.